And I will always love you. Food, y'all. No, stop. Get it. After, get it. Let it fly. Let it fly. Oh. Okay, the second I figure out how to get one human to play on my Steam Deck without it fucking crashing. Uh, yeah. Hmm. Michelle Obama. Hmm. I should get part burger on this. Hmm. Hmm. Alrighty then. Let's not go with this.
Waifu cup.
Thank you.
Your waifu cup in real life.
Oh no.
You know what hey Grizzy.
Why you look like the Wendy's logo?
Find something else to play. Let me watch. They're deliciously invasive. Iron Chef facility. I mean, Bizarre Foods.
The birthplace of our Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, Philadelphia is still a city where immigrants come to reinvent themselves, all adding a taste of their homeland to the American melting pot. Almost within sight of Independence Hall, a brand new immigrant tradition is putting down roots. There's been a small but bustling Chinatown here for a couple of generations, but high-end Japanese food just arrived here about 20 years ago with this guy. This is my pal, Masaharu Morimoto, native son of Hiroshima, Iron Chef superstar, and seafood savant. working for other people. Then he declared independence by opening his first American restaurant here in Philadelphia. Morimoto's restaurant is one of the hottest tickets in town.
Dinosaur
Today,
Morimoto.
he's invited me in during the restaurant's off hours for a private tasting involving poisonous snake, poisonous eggs, and the sperm sac of a poisonous fish.
I think one of the most amazing news stories to ever come out of the food world would be if you fed me something and I died. I mean, if you're gonna go, what better way to do it?
In Mexico, they put a worm in the tequila bottle. In Okinawa, they put this in the sake, a habu viper. Twice cooked viper is our first course.
Take skin out, and then starch, deep fry once, soy sauce, tamari, sugar.
Oh, chef, fantastic.
How's the seasoning? Seasoning good.
Come on. See, all great chefs around the world do the same thing. They look at you, they know how awesome they go. Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That is sweet and gingery. Actually perfect with the snake.
To be clear, the venom sacs are removed before the snake goes into the sake, but I'm still not eating this head.
So it's not that it's poisonous. It's not that the meat's not going to taste very good. See those little fangs? If some of those get caught in the back of your throat and this head gets caught up in your trachea on the way down, it's going to be a problem.
Morimoto serves plenty of dishes that are not potentially poisonous, but he knows I've got a thing for fugu. Better known in English as blowfish, the meat on these things is wonderfully tasty, but a specially licensed chef has to remove the deadly poison laced throughout its body. Almost all of those chefs are in Japan, where blowfish has been a high-status delicacy for centuries. Here in the US, there's just a handful of places serving it, and most of them have to get it prepared in Japan, then frozen and flown over here. But here I am in Philly, getting served straight from a master's hand. And the master is serving me the most concentrated dose of poison in the entire fish.
So this is the blowfish egg raw. Not actually cured. Year and a half to 2 years from the salt.
That's right, 2 years soaking in salt to make blowfish eggs safe to eat.
So take the blood, poison.
Supposed to be. Supposed to be, yes. Fingers crossed. And to match it up, what better food stuff?
Okay, that's hilarious. I'm fighting a poisonous monster while watching videos about people eating poisonous food.
Non-toxic part of a food's inner organs.
I've had cod sperm before, I've had tuna sperm before, but I've never had fugu sperm before. So we're crossing another line. Fantastic. This is just ever so fishy. It's very firm and tender on the outside. It's very milky on the inside. It's almost the consistency of custard. So we have the male. Now it's time to try the female. Thin slices of the fugu eggs sandwiched between 2 thin slices of daikon radish. It smells salty and putrid in the best possible way. And that's the beauty of this dish. Not only is it lean in terms of
Got your ass.
but where the sperm sac is milky, soft, mild, very gentle food, the female egg sac that's been cured is just bold, salty, and aggressive, and has that wonderful sort of sweet, spoiled seafood taste that you get from preserved egg sacs.
This is more than just thrill eating. This is Japanese cuisine at its boldest and most exquisite extreme, served up in the heart of Old Philadelphia.
By the way, let me just say that it's 5 minutes since I've eaten the fugu preparation and I'm not dead yet, which is a really good sign, both for viewers and Morimoto returns.
The Appalachian mountain chain has long been a haven for isolated pockets of people living a renegade lifestyle. And I've been told to come searching for one particular pocket that's full of particularly unique people.
We roll in Pennsylvania, the Redneck Ranch.
They really do call it the Redneck Ranch. It's a small family farm about 20 miles outside of Wilkes-Barre. This is one of those places where taking a first look around, I really have to ask, what in God's name am I getting myself into? Hi, dog. Hey, donkey. I just hope I picked the right 30-pack peace offering.
How you doing? Here, don't drink and drive. This will keep those cold.
The ranch is the home of Julie Rhodes and her husband, Tom. It's 75 acres, home to cows, pigs, horses, peacocks, and one heck of an electric fence.
Don't touch the fence.
Whoa!
Sorry about that. That'll get you. Now you're alive.
Son of a... Once a year, Tom and Julie gather neighbors, cousins, family, and friends to butcher a hog and make a stew of
Dang.
this stuff. They call it scraps. It's the scraps, pig scraps to be exact. Organs, skin, tendons, essentially anything that's left over after butchering a hog. Boiled, blended, and pan-fried into a mushy breakfast meat. German settlers brought the recipe to America hundreds of years ago. Today, you can find scrapple all over the state, but you don't find many families who still make it from scratch.
It is a family thing. You get a lot of free labor that way.
I'm willing to pitch in and do my part, even if that means being the person who puts down the pig with one shot to the head. But that's when I get my first indication that under all the backslapping camaraderie, this family takes these things very seriously. Like making sure an animal goes down as quickly and painlessly as possible.
That primer?
Sure.
Stand right here.
Empty shell and shoot it.
This is a test to make sure I'm a good enough shot to put the bullet in the exact spot that will kill the pig instantly.
Oh, you missed the primer.
Oh, come on! The shell wasn't the target. I missed the primer, that tiny circle in the middle of the shell.
Not by much. Not by much.
But you know, a miss is a miss.
It only takes this much.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. When we were walking over here, and you were sticking that slug in the ground and handing me the gun, you never even thought I'd hit metal.
I knew you would hit metal. I just like to see you hit the primer.
China's economic upswing has ushered in a new affluence that's cut loose deeper culinary experimentation. And in the heart of a major metro area that's world famous for its exotic cuisine, the menu at Guo Li Zhuang is unusual even by Beijing standards. Joy Qishui is a Beijing native, and as an international business consultant, she takes visiting clients to the most intriguing places. Right away, I can tell that Guo Li Zhuang is not your everyday eatery. First of all, there's no public dining area here, just a small number of private rooms. The Chinese associate privacy with prestige. However, the mystique here has more to do with the food. Guo Li Zhuang is said to be the world's first penis restaurant.
Wow. Interesting. You can sort of tell what kind of restaurant it is by the artwork.
The Chinese believe that the penis holds especially concentrated nutritional benefits. There's more than 30 different varieties offered here, from deer and sheep to ox and seal.
Don't look too excited.
No,
I'm really thrilled. I am. I've never... look, there are lots of restaurants in the world that have one or two penis dishes on the menu, but I've never been in a restaurant that specializes in only. So, you know, how many times are we going to have this opportunity?
Many of the dishes are thought to have specific benefits. Snake penis is supposed to be good for the kidneys. It's served whole as part of a fish soup.
this is sweet.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta tell you, the snake penis is much softer and less fibrous than I thought it would be.
Mine is bigger. Why?
Not at all! Not at all!
It's much bigger than yours.
You're right.
It's very true. Maybe try the other one. The other one is little. It's very good for your kidneys and for your skin.
It has bones?
Not really. That's what I was talking about when I said it's a little twiggy. There's very small, it's kind of like where the ears have bones, you know, just very gentle in there.
The penis dishes are cooked to order. Next, we're trying deer penis sliced and fried.
Nice.
Very. The sauce is fantastic. The penis is extremely chewy, very chewy. But it almost has a very neutral flavor. Like cartilage, like tendon. I'll have another bite if you try it. Cheers.
It's good.
Yeah, not bad. You gotta work at it. This is very fresh.
Yeah.
It's not gamey at all.
Not bad.
Some of the items are prepared tableside. Our server fills this hot pot with tortoise, seahorse, and herbs. Then she adds a variety of penises that will cook in just a few minutes.
Enjoy it.
All right, try the yak penis. Oh, that one is so chewy. And this is just melts in your mouth.
Yak is delicate, tender, and very lean.
I like the yak penis best of all because it actually tastes like something. This tastes almost beefy. I would have thought that it was a steer or bull's penis.
Guo Li Zhuang is unconventional by Western standards, and I'm not convinced these restaurants will be the next food phenomenon to circle the world. But it's a Beijing experience that's not to be missed. You know the old saying, when in Rome? Well, when in Iceland, you do as the Vikings do, which means you head towards the sea where Icelanders eat a vile and revolting dish known as hakarl.
Oh, God, I
Simply
remember
put,
that.
it's rotten shark. I'm told eating it without gagging separates the men from the boys. The largest farm where hakarl is produced is located an intentional 3 hours from Reykjavik. Producers aren't allowed anywhere near civilization because the smell is so foul. People are
damn.
known to get violently sick just from the stench. Take a look at the Hildebrander farm. Talk about picturesque, but the beauty takes a back seat to the overriding agitation to your olf is the first thing that needs
This kind of stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that's hardcore. That's serious food. You don't want to mess with that. That's not for beginners. Oh my gosh.
If rotted shark meat is an Icelandic initiation, I think I've passed the test.
I like this kind of stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice. So we have
Fresh sheep's blood, purchased directly from the slaughterhouse this morning. Now this is rootsy food at its best.
nice. Okay.
We're making something called slaughter. Get it? Slaughter? Slaughter? The blood is the first thing that needs to be dealt with right away after the animal is killed, or you can't preserve it. First, we strain and measure a liter of the blood.
It's there. Fine. 1 liter.
Beautiful.
Then, add a couple of cups of cold water and a tablespoon or two of sea
From the
salt.
slaughterhouse. Half of this.
Mix a little. Now, I know what you're thinking, but this is going to be worth the gory trouble. Slaughter dates back to this country's origin. Some know it as blood or black pudding. In my opinion, not enough families are passing on these treasured recipes.
Nice color.
Beautiful.
The next crucial ingredient? Carefully measured rye flour.
Do the kids eat it?
Yeah, they love it.
Of course.
All the
Of
kids love
course.
it.
Kids love slaughter.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Dada mixes the blood batter with her hands to eliminate lumps. All the time adding oats and more rye flour until it's the perfect paste. Then chunks of fresh white pink fat, also right from the slaughterhouse.
So you're the chef, so you get the honors.
All right, how small do you want it?
That depends on if you're old school or new school. So if you're a modern person, you want it very small, so you don't see the claws or the fat. But like my husband, he likes it, big.
Just the way his mom made it. This is Icelandic comfort food.
I was always told that never mix it with anything else than your hands.
Well, you know, the hands are the best tools that you have in the kitchen, without a doubt. They're the most useful. They never wear out. You never have to replace them, as long as you're careful with your knife.
Like all slaughter experts, she uses the lining of the sheep's stomach to hold the mixture together as it cooks. The lining is cut into various size pieces and sewn into sock-like pouches.
You can see
What
they're
do you
not all
got?
the same shapes.
Oh yeah, very nice. Yep, that's a some sort of trapezoid, some sort of odd thing. This one is cut into the shape of Bolivia. I like that. Oh, check this one out. It's Iceland.
Each stomach is filled up about halfway because the slaughter will swell from the grains and the oats that are in the mix. We sew the ends with twine and then boil them for almost an hour.
All right.
Dada's recipe has been handed down since the 30s, and as a child, Dada and her family's neighbors made enough slaughter in a weekend to last the entire winter.
Frankenstein food. All stitched up, nowhere to go, but in my stomach. Ooh. See, your husband would approve of that because there's the nice big pieces of fat. Delightful. Cheers. Oh. This is not so much a blood pudding as it is sort of like a blood cake. It tastes spongy, like a steamed sweet pudding, but with blood and fat. And not a lot else going on in there. I'm thinking the next time I make this, I do a little minced onion, I like the raisin idea too. This is
very
delicious. This is delicious. You can taste the blood. Irony, deep, minerally. The texture is funky too. It's chewy. It's much more like a dense cake than I thought it would be.
Drive less than an hour outside La Paz, Bolivia, and you'll see dramatic views of the Andes, the longest mountain range on the planet. Just above the city is another geographical wonder, the Altiplano, or high plain. The climate here is unusually chilly, and temperatures dip to near freezing almost every night, making it the perfect climate for one of my favorite foods, the potato. Bolivia is the birthplace of the potato.
Wait,
The
really?
nutty root vegetable grows well in the extreme dry and varied Andes climate, and as a result, it holds a revered place. They call themselves Mayora, meaning the Mayo folk. They keep this place in business. Me? I'm just here doing my job.
Right here, mayonnaise fondue. A boiling vat, a cauldron, if you will, of hot, broken, oily, eggy mayonnaise. Oh, Lord. No, that's just wrong. Perhaps some delicious baked potato with mayonnaise.
There are silk-making villages like this scattered throughout northeast Thailand. I've come here to see how the worms turn their food into silk.
Whoa!
And how people turn the worms into food.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Whether they're tiny eggs, 10-day grubs, or 1-month monsters, the worms are carefully tended and fed hand-selected mulberry leaves.
Oh, ring the dinner bell. It's time to eat.
Time to eat. Have a good lunch.
It's really all about the food because the silk threads are produced by the worm's salivary glands. That's how the worms make their cocoons.
So, if her job is just to raise the worms, does somebody else in the village actually spin the silk from the cocoons?
Yes.
Every single one of these cocoons holds about 1,000 yards of fine silk thread. When the cocoon is complete, it goes into boiling water because that's what's going to loosen the sticky stuff binding the silk threads together.
That's insane. Who invented this?
I mean, who knew to throw it in boiling water? Ancient lore claims that a Chinese empress discovered silk when a silkworm cocoon fell into her cup of tea.
So basically, what starts out as this goes in the boiling water, they pull all the silk threads off of it, and all that's left is the paper cover and the little fella.
Yeah.
The boiled grubs are very frequent and they're kind of like popping a paper-covered custard ball.
Or you can even display that at
Call it Big Birth.
it's like
Oh, God.
Silkworms have supported villages like this one for generations and fed them too.
Because once the cocoons are turned into silk, the larvae are turned into food.
These guys spin so much silk, they've got piles of food every day.
This is silkworm larvae, topped with seasoning salt and fried in peanut oil. A classic afternoon snack in this part of Thailand.
Gotta love the honey horn.
Hundreds of tiny grubs were hand-peeled for this dish before being wok-fried in peanut oil.
There's some textural issues. Before, when it's in the hot water, it's like one gushy mess. It's over and done with very fast. Here, the outside, the skin, crisps up a little bit, which is nice. But then you have the contrast between that and the bug custard on the inside.
That bug custard has the flavor of mulberry leaves. I have to say, the chewy texture on the inside is not my favorite kind of eating.
They're addictive, though. It's like putting your hand over a match. It hurts a little, but it's good.
Oh, I see them. The locals call these giraffe beetles. They use those long, pointy things to suck out the tree sap. I'll be collecting and eating them. But there's a catch.
The problem is that these little bugs live in these little grassy, twiggy papyrus areas, but so do buffalo beans, which are poisonous, give you a horrible rash almost instantaneously. And we're trying to find a spot that's safe for clumsy white people. Let's just, I'm just saying.
But there is no safe spot. You know what? So the production crew just has to suck it up.
I got the bug.
And so do I.
Wow. Look at all of this. Right here, on this little piece of dead vine.
So we got the bugs, but we're paying for it.
For both sides. I can feel it. My fingers are burning. My arms are burning. That burns like a mother. Seriously. I'm sorry.
There they are.
They look like something out of Dr. Seuss.
Locals call them beetles, but for the record, the experts back home say they're not really beetles. They're a rare species called Xana tenebrosa. But with both my arms feeling on fire, I really don't care what you call them. I'll tell you one thing though, it better be good. While I've been making a big production out of collecting one strand of beetles, Erica has been quietly working away in another part of the road.
So while I was usually getting like 3, you guys have like 20 pounds of them?
You've got to be kidding me.
That is the most amazing thing.
She laughs about it, but Erica's skin burns just like mine does. What to me seems like searing pain, to her is a day's work. So maybe I'll just shut up about my burning rash. Back at the village, they're preparing a lunch of freshly caught river eels. But the bugs are the most popular thing on the menu.
But one thing is true all around the world, regardless of where you're eating bugs or beetles, take the wings off. So you just boil them in salty water.
The bugs stay on the fire until all the water
suck it.
evaporates, leaving them salted and moist.
That's good. It's like toasted nuts and shrimp shells. I mean, who knew? And the beaks are kind of crunchy. Who knows? Please let her know. The salt? Perfect. Without that salt in there, it's very, very flat. Very nicely done. Well seasoned.
Jose Carlos Redon and his family bought land and built a ranch out here in Hidalgo to create a personal getaway and food lab to explore how to bring indigenous Mexican food into the mainstream. Ants, worms, and a yard full of giant mesquite bugs are in season.
I mean, their nickname is stink bugs, right?
Chinche pedorra, because it makes that noise and it has the stinkiness.
The smell is just, I mean, some people think it's a little bit rancid, but to me it's just kind of like tutti frutti, or a piece of, like a banana went a little bad, sat around and got too ripe.
Before they're cooked, the bugs are cleaned in salt water, which also euthanizes them. While they're soaking, Jose shows me his nopale cactus cluster on the side of the house. And where there's nopale, you can usually find Nopali worms.
There's a hole. There's a.
Got him. Wow. Yeah, no, I got him. Yeah. Oh! Hello! It's like midgets coming out of the car at the circus. Oh my God.
All right, there's a few more, but I think that's it.
Well, all right then.
That's a nice catch.
That is a nice haul.
This is 0 kilometer indigenous food. From cactus to stovetop, nothing in between. Add a little salt, a little oil.
And these guys are ready, so you can
Great,
just
throw them on. Here, put them right there.
And they need a little bit of salt.
Sure, no problem.
There's nothing to distinguish how we're eating right now from people standing on this spot 1,000 years ago.
It's a nice bug.
It is a very nice bug.
Oh, God.
Ah, it's dead.
That doesn't taste like shrimp or lobster. It's like a soft shell crab that's cooked over the fire.
Similar.
A very, very crisp, sweet, and with the salt. Oh, it's unbelievable.
The worms have an earthy character, sweetened by the plant that both feeds and shelters it.
And these are really easy to find.
They're really clean tasting. I mean, obviously, they're eating all that nopale. So these guys are eating green food, and they taste it.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it really is a flavor of a green bean. It's got the texture of an old pus bag, but I think it's delicious because you have that char on the outside.
Sadly, fresh nopali worms aren't an option at most restaurants or markets, even here in Mexico. Escamole, on the other hand, is surging in popularity. A high-quality batch like this can sell in a retail market for about $60 a pound. There's already onions, mushrooms, and jalapeno sizzling in the pan, along with aloe vera blossom, all harvested on the farm.
Oh my God, look at the flowers. Just gorgeous. Cheers, my friend. Oh, wow. What a gorgeous combination. There's a milky softness to those eggs. It almost feels like I'm eating an omelet. Got that gorgeous sort of soft egg flavor to it. The onions and the chilies sort of just belong in there with that scrambled egg flavor. And there's an herbal sort of floral quality, sweetness that the aloe vera flowers give that's extraordinary. A little celery crunch. I mean, that's it.
Yes.
This is the flavor of Mexico. You know, it's not cilantro and tomato salsa at the Fixins bar.
No, or nacho cheese dishes, which is one of the things we really need to work on. You know, it's knowledge about Mexican food that is not the real Mexican food.
Yeah, true.
Today, we join the hunt for white ants. Not the tiny variety, but a large winged flying ant that lives underground. And we're gonna start at a very large anthill.
So, what are those little ski jumps that they're making?
Those are now the roads which will lead the white ants into the container.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's quite a complicated process to lure the ants out. First, tubes are fashioned out of clay to herd the ants into containers.
I always thought to myself, you know, ants just travel in a line. If you could just coax them along like donkeys or, you know, goats, you could just get a big pile of them without doing any of the crazy stuff. This is very smart.
Sometimes water is sprinkled on the nest to fool the ants into thinking it's raining. Smoke can also be used to force them out. But typically, the villagers bring in the big guns, or rather, the big drums. They start pounding and singing, and then they pound some more.
Basically, the drumming just drives the ants crazy. They're just looking to get the hell out of Dodge.
As the day goes on, the villagers keep pounding. They relieve each other to keep the intensity high. I try it out for a few minutes, but I don't seem to be helping the cause.
It's hard work, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They can do this for 2, 3, 4 hours.
And then it starts. At first, a few stragglers, and then a whole deluge of ants. Huge winged ants that are hustled into containers. I've never had white African ants, so I'm really excited. I'm feeling myself get hungry. Wow. Look, he's thrilled. Whoa, these are flying ants.
Yes.
And he's eating them raw.
Yes, you can eat them raw.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I gotta try one.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. You're serious about this, right?
Yes.
All right. You sure?
Yeah, very sure.
They taste like almonds. They really do. There's a nutty sweetness to them that reminds me just like eating almonds.
Well.
Almonds with wings. Usually the ants are served cooked, and thankfully that process is easier than gathering them. As night falls, the wings are singed and shaken off. Then the ants are fried. This proves my point. The moment the ants are getting toasted, kids come running because they're a favorite snack around here of everyone, regardless of their age. And quite frankly, the only reason that people back in the western part of the world think that this is unusual is because of some sort of, mythology or unnecessary contempt prior to investigation, because they think that eating bugs or something like that is somehow not the same as eating, tomato mozzarella salad or a big juicy hamburger. But in other parts of the world, they would laugh at us eating that.
They are wondering, why do you want to eat white ants?
Because people in this part of the world have eaten white ants for forever, and everybody says they taste good. I think when we share food together, we get to celebrate the things that we all love as opposed to our differences. Look at that big pile of wings that's just collecting there. See, it's just like making pasta. About midway through the cooking process, somebody's got a sample. What do you think? Good? They're good? All right. These are good. They taste like raw almonds when they're cooked. Welcome to Spiderville. Arachnophobes beware.
Oh,
The
fuck.
creepy crawlers are everywhere. And
I don't
not
hate
just on your
spiders, but
plate.
damn.
In Scone, getting to know your food source can be a bit intimidating.
That's a lot of fucking tarantulas. And they cooking them and eating them. Oh.
I guess if you're going to cook and eat them, you've got to handle them first. Can you give me one?
Akame.
Oh, okay. Well, once you touch one, it still isn't any good. I'm just like, don't bite me, don't bite me. This is Chea Vun, a single mother of 3 who supports herself as a fried spider vendor. She sells out of her special recipe spiders nearly every day, making her one of the most popular hawkers in Scone. Her
Respect the
first step,
grind.
give them a good soak, or 3 or 4. Oh my gosh, these guys were filthy! Chea buys her spiders for about 12 cents a piece from a local husband-wife team who go deep into the forest to dig out the elusive tarantulas from their burrows. And yes, they defang them before delivering them to their customers.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, 2 rinsings, very important. It's like you're cooking good rice. And why are Chea's arachnid appetizers so popular with the locals? Big flavors. Mashed garlic cloves and peppercorns. Sort of a classic nage for good tarantula cookery. So believe it or not, she's actually seasoning that with instant chicken soup mix. This stuff is good for this, huh? It's good? Yeah, chicken. So that's her secret. This is going to be awesome. Boy, I'll tell you, the garlic and the black pepper and the salt and sugar starting to break down, and the salt and sugar is actually starting to liquidize on there. When frying the furry fellas, it's advised to stand a short distance from the sizzling wok. Exploding tarantulas can be hazardous. Oh, yeah. Whoa!
Damn. That was.
It's whistling. They're whistling in the oil.
It takes about 3 minutes to fry all the fur off the tarantulas. Everyone in this household is holding their breath in anticipation.
I'm very excited. Very excited.
Ice. How the fuck does blast affect them?
I can't wait any longer. Delicious. So, wow. I've never had the opportunity to eat fresh, live tarantulas being cooked. They taste just like soft-shell crabs. They're sweet, they're nutty. It's incredible. You see those little white tips on the end? Just like lobsters or crabs, when you pull the legs out, little bits of meat.
About half of Chea's spiders come with an added bonus.
Let me just show you a little something. I have no idea what. I certainly hope that what she just said isn't "don't eat that, it'll kill you." Those are all eggs.
This egg sack is stuffed with anywhere from 50 to 200 undeveloped spiderlings. And the taste? Well, the crispy fried skin and salty sweet glaze really makes up for the flavorless mealy eggs.
Good as the eggs are, I'm kind of a face guy.
Oh, I kind of want to try that, but at the same time, oh my god, it's tarantula.
Yeah. I'm definitely a face guy. The face is sweeter, has more flavor than the eggs. I've never been blown away by the quality of the eating experience the way that I have been today. Between the seasoning, the freshness, the fact that they're hot, this is just fantastic. Very nice, very nice.
Arizona is mountains, desert, Grand Canyon.
What's up, Baloo?
370 miles of border with Mexico. Home to Native Americans since as far back as 2000 BC.
I'm trying to get one.
And a Wild West
human to play,
stomping
but I
ground
haven't
for
played.
Geronimo, Wyatt Earp, Wild Bill Hickok. There's
Alright,
good food
you're in my
and
range.
good times in cities like Phoenix and Tucson. I wanted to see if this state's wide open spaces, native traditions, and its frontier spirit were still responsible for the locals' unique approach to food and to life. Follow! People here like to live free and follow their own path. From new age innovations to age-old traditions. This is Monument Valley, where Hollywood fantasy meets breathtaking reality. And Arizona meets Utah. The two states share the valley and the Navajo Nation with its 250,000 members, whose reservation encompasses all of Monument Valley. And right in the midst of all this natural splendor, I find myself with a couple of cheerful Navajo women burning a fresh sheep's head. The women are Effie Yazzie and her sister Priscilla. Their extended family shares this ancestral piece of Monument Valley.
There's canyon 360 degrees around us. This valley has to have a name, right?
It's called Sanskrit.
Which
means it's the valley.
Effie's the 5th generation of her family to live here. They're sheep herders and weavers, as the Navajo have been for the last 300 years. In this culture, the sheep are treasured and treated almost like members of the family. But on special occasions like holidays or welcoming a guest from faraway places, it's also a tradition to make one sheep a family feast.
Are you ready to put your sheep?
Yeah, I was born ready. In Navajo tradition, it's woman's work to prepare a meal, and they do all the work, including the slaughtering and the butchering. Now is when we get the head ready for eating. So the head gets scorched, then the head gets scraped, then the head gets wrapped in oil, and it goes to the ground covered with sand, and then
Do it!
gets covered
with the hot coal. We're doing this one the traditional way. Oh my. Where you eat internal organs first. In olden days, meat could be salted, dried, or smoked to preserve it. But with the organs, it's use them or lose them. Yes, we're going to eat just about all of this stuff. Stomach, liver, intestine.
I've got the small intestine. What am I wrapping it around? The other intestine. And by the way, I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but there's still a bullet in the chamber. It tastes better that way? I love you guys, I'll tell you.
This roughly constructed lean-to is a kitchen and dining room for the families of Effie and Priscilla. It's the commons area for a cluster of small family homes, occupied by kids, cousins, and grandchildren living in the family compound. Once we move to the grill, that thick wrapping of small intestine gets crispy good, and the large intestine is basted while it roasts. We're also grilling the liver and the caul fat, the thin layer of fat peeled away from the organs. But the intestines cook up first. Remember the bullet in the chamber? I'm about to find out if cooked animal bleed can really work as a flavor enhancer.
The bullet tastes good.
The bullet tastes good?
Yeah.
Just the right amount of salt. You two or something. Wow.
See, it does have a flavor, huh?
Gamey and lammy. And really, really fatty. And you know, the fact that it's not cleaned too well does give it a nice sort of salty, grassy flavor.
In a lot of ways, this is just like any other family barbecue, with kids lining up to get tasty morsels hot off the grill. Effie's 5-year-old granddaughter, Lovey, is first in line. This gets even better when Effie teaches me how to make a liver and caul fat sandwich.
So you take a little piece of bread, a little piece of liver, a little piece of the fat. Now this makes total sense because the liver is so lean that you need some fat on top. This is very decadent.
Wow. The liver is great, but the highlight is the crisp caul fat we peeled off the organs.
You know when you roast a turkey at Thanksgiving, that best little piece of skin fat, it's so crispy and so rich, you can literally just peel it right off the bird and just shove it in your mouth. That's what that caul fat tastes like.
And look who's back.
Cool. There you go. There's a little sandwich. I'll tell you something. She has a great appetite.
All this time, the sheep's head has been cooking underground.
Oh man, look at that. Fantastic.
There's also a nice fresh batch of blood sausage cooked in a variety of pouches that comprise the sheep's stomach. But before we can start on any of this,
The person with the biggest appetite in the room wants more. There you go. I kid you not, that's about her 17th sandwich. She weighs 30 pounds and she's eaten 16 or 17 just at lunchtime.
blood sausage is one of my barometer dishes through which I've learned to interpret a culture's cuisine.
You know what this looks like? It looks like Dr. Frankenstein. I mean, really.
This is the cooked congealed blood, potatoes, onions, and, the novel touch, blue cornmeal.
Fresh blood sausage like that is a crazy kind of food. That blue corn sucks up all the blood and fat and those juices. And that nutty, corny taste goes so well with that minerally bloody flavor. It's just extraordinary.
Meanwhile, back on the skull, the eyeballs are back.
This one is still winking.
Considering all the edible options on a head, the eyeballs are usually the biggest challenge.
Are you taking off your eyelashes? Yeah, I'm taking off my eyelashes too. Some days my job is stranger than others. That's a really hard texture. You know? I mean, not firm, I mean just hard to swallow. It's a lot to get used to. Kind of? There's no getting around it. There's only one way to describe a fresh roasted lamb's eyeball. Very, very, very gelatinous. Would you like the other half? There you go.
In some ways, this is an outdoor barbecue like no other. From the spectacular setting to the offbeat items the kids are taking from the grill. I saved you a piece of tongue. You like the tongue? Yeah? Oh, God. Smiling. When you need more, just come on back.
In other ways, it's like any other barbecue party. Good food, good company, and a little traditional relaxation after dinner. You've probably figured out by now, gaucho culture is all about making use of whatever the open range can give you. So of course, those innards they pulled out of the cow won't go to waste.
Amazing. This is like a rogues gallery of miscellaneous parts.
Something you notice out here, gauchos bring a certain panache to everything they do. You don't just grill the cow intestines, you braid them first.
But the real question is, can you do this behind your back? Without looking.
I got 1,000 pesos says he can't do it.
Never start a land war in Asia and never make 1,000 peso bet with a gaucho.
After a little time on the grill, those braided intestines are brown and crispy. But there's no doubt about what you're eating.
Oh. Those are earthy. I mean, that is, they're very clean, but that is sweaty, strong.
One of the tastiest morsels is the pancreas, wrapped in caul fat.
It tastes like liver pate without all the fancy French chefs having to have a hand in it. It's just very mushy, very soft. Tastes like a puree of meat seasoned with liver and a little bit of cognac and shallot. That's pretty amazing.
A lot of what I've seen here at Bomba Chica is pretty amazing. Like a polo game that uses bare hands instead of mallets. They're nice guys, so they let the helpless Ringo at least try to play along. This game is called pato, Spanish for duck, because it was originally played with a dead duck for a ball. Like I said, gauchos know how to make use of whatever the open range can give them. In a place like Palermo, one of the city's biggest, most diverse neighborhoods, you can find 700 different restaurants.
Oh, God damn it.
Of course, a lot of them serve beef, but there's one that marches to a different drum.
Now, what I love about the food here,
That
the
almost
alligators are the same size as the wild rabbits, and the wild rabbits have bigger teeth.
Long before the Europeans came with their cattle, there was other meat in Argentina. One restaurateur has made it his mission to put Argentina's indigenous meats back on the menu. This is Oro y Candido, owned and operated by Marcelo Epstein, an exotic meat purveyor who runs the restaurant as a labor of love. His goal is to create fine dining out of animals that were regular meals about 500 years ago. Animals like these. The rabbit is actually a vizcacha. This rodent is like a chinchilla on steroids, growing up to 2 feet long and 20 pounds in size. And this guy is just what he looks like, a young gator, or king in South America.
Now, these are both examples of indigenous animals that used to be very popular with the native culture, but then when the Spanish came, disappeared.
But in a way, it is good that they have stopped it, because 10 years ago, we almost ran out of these.
Marcelo's not just saving indigenous foods, he's helping save indigenous animals. Turning alligators into food makes them an asset. People who once poached them for their skins now work to protect and nurture the gator population as a sustainable resource.
So now you can eat it. It's one of the best proteins in the world. There's 3 omega. It's really healthy.
Healthy or not, Aboriginal meats like gator and vizcacha have been a hard sell for Buenos Aires beef-loving diners.
This is a meat-first culture.
Yes.
You know, if it doesn't come off of a cow sitting in a field somewhere, it's hard for people to get their arms around.
Absolutely, you said it.
Oro y Candido makes these unfamiliar meats more accessible by serving them dressed up as things like milanesa, escabeche, and these empanadas.
Ooh. Look at how beautiful that one is. This is a small little river alligator in orange empanada. Oh, just fantastic.
Wow.
It's amazing. Usually, alligator like that is too lean.
for something like this. This is creamy and delicate and delicious. If I want a taste of the rest of Oro y Candido's menagerie, I have to head for the dining rooms. Because the faster we get out of the kitchen, the faster we're dead. So the first thing is the...
that weird, teethy, toothy animal escabeche. There you go. Very traditional preparation.
Traditionally, escabeche is fish or chicken poached in vinegar with onions and other vegetables. Oro y Candido does it with bizcacha. You'd never guess this started out as something so gnarly looking.
Oh, look at how much more delicate the meat
looks
now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nice. That's very light.
I find it less wild tasting than what it looked like.
It tastes like almonds. I mean, it tastes like it just tastes nutty. It's very lean. It's wonderful.
The alligator gets a similar makeover and becomes milanesa, an everyday dish of breaded and pan-fried pork or chicken.
Run, motherfucker, run!
For people not to be scared, and makes it easy.
You know, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. If you took a big alligator chop with a paw, you know, on the end of it and put it down on the plate, you may not have as many takers.
Or even in this case, a stew would be not as easy.
If you believe everything that you read online, you are an evangelist of tremendous importance for indigenous foods in this country. Are you comfortable with that label?
I love it.
You love it. If Marcelo is an evangelist, I'm now a convert. This is a secret, centuries-old ritual about Earth and the spirit world, males and females, and food. I'm standing in the backyard of an ordinary house in a Buenos Aires neighborhood with indigenous people from the Andes. Meet Sacha Sawila Wilka, or Sasha, and her niece, Alejandra. They are Quechua, Aboriginal people from the mountains in northeast Argentina. And this is a pachamanca, a ceremonial meal cooked in an underground oven.
Now, because the earth is sacred and feminine, it's the man's job to open up the hole and build the fire, but it's still the woman who's in charge.
Sasha and her family live in the suburb of Florencio Varela, about 45 minutes west of downtown Buenos Aires. It's a neighborhood of immigrants from all over South America who catch the bus to work each day in the city. You'd never know to look at it that there's ancient magic happening in one of these homes. Sasha is cooking up a Quechua feast with stews of chicken guts and fermented corn, rotten freeze-dried potatoes, and pit-roasted lamb. This meal is a ritual honoring the earth and the sky. The Quechua believe the sun is male and the earth is female. So everything about the meal is also divided between male and female. There are even male and female stones in the fire. With the stones, I can't tell which is which. With the food, some of it's fairly obvious. This is very natural.
Yes, that is the male.
Yes.
All these fingers, that would be the male, the other one
Well,
would be the female.
actually, I don't want to correct you, but this would actually be
Dos muchachos, dos hombres. It represents the heaven already, the space, and the land, and the underworld as well. That's why there is three names that she will give to each member of the ceremony.
Next in the ceremony, we're given 3 coca leaves and instructed to send out good wishes to the universe. And yes, that's the same kind of leaves used for making cocaine. Chicha, a fermented corn drink, was offered to the earth. Very few people outside the culture have ever witnessed this ceremony, and cameras are usually forbidden. You also, earlier before the cameras rolled, had to ask permission from the Pachamama, and just so everyone knows, the Earth Moms gave us the big thumbs up. The fish is from the water right over there. The vegetables are all from the garden.
Yeah.
You know, the tamarind is from the trees. The fruit is from the trees.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All proper fresh food.
Raul's wife Rosa has laid out quite a spread with an array of traditional Cuban dishes, including local crab from the nearby shore.
Oh my God. On the drive over here and you were raving about the crab here. It's outstanding. Saline, crabby.
Fantastic.
And it's got all that, the mustard and guts kind of all mixed up with it. So it's really strong, which I like.
The family raises goat for food, but they only eat the meat once a month. Raul's family has slaughtered one of the herd for our meal, a rare treat.
Oh my God, that goat. It's just whiny and intense. It is fantastic. It's delicious, and it just melts in your mouth. And I got two beautiful pieces of shank.
Oh,
My
great.
fave. Yeah, I know. Don't be jealous.
And Rosa has made up a sweet treat to cap off the meal. It's made with tamarind. The pulp tastes sweet and sour, and it's a popular filling for desserts like this one.
Okay, what about that? It's like a little donut thing with tamarind, fresh tamarind.
Oh yeah, now he wants one. Now he wants one. That's a Sour Patch Kid.
Wow. Wow. That is ridiculously good tasting.
Sharing homegrown and homemade foods with Raul and his family will be a long-lasting memory of my stay in Cuba, a country where the flavor of the food is vibrant, the people are warm, and their hospitality is unforgettable.
Thank you. This was delicious. Absolutely, absolutely glorious. Right? Thank you. Boom, give me one of those. Boom, give me one of those. Bam! You're the best.
We don't always need a passport to head to the tropics. The southern tip of Florida is the only official tropical zone in the United States, covered in dense mangrove forests, vast swampland, and white sand beaches. It's home to newcomers from all over the Caribbean, Central, and South America. It's also home to residents who have thrived in this tropical habitat for millions of years. For many, the city of Miami in southeast Florida
This is
a
why I hate
seaside
fighting a
getaway
double
of
Joe when
Southern
I'm
Saint,
fighting something
a
else.
slice of the tropics tacked on to the mainland.
Fuck, you love about time.
But just 2 miles north of downtown Miami, this French Caribbean enclave feels worlds apart from downtown's glittering skyscrapers and chic nightclubs. La Petite Haiti, as the locals call it, Little Haiti to everyone else, is home to 30,000 Haitians that have been immigrating to South Florida steadily since the 1970s. And they've brought along their unique brand of Haitian Creole cuisine. Chez Le Bébé is arguably the most authentic and popular Haitian restaurant in town, and the best time to go is for breakfast on the weekend. But don't expect pancakes and waffles. What are you ordering?
Soup.
It's good?
Yeah, very good.
Yep, soup for breakfast. And I'm not talking chicken noodle. In Little Haiti, breakfast means goat's head stew. Wowza, wowza. Are you the chef? Delia Jean is the head chef, and she's been turning out award-winning Haitian specialties like stewed whole fish and braised oxtail for years. But this morning, the star of the show is the soup. It all starts with a whole roasted goat's head, teeth and all. Throw it in a pot of simmering vegetable broth, add huge chunks of potatoes, some bone-in roasted goat meat, and fresh chilies, then crank up the heat and let it go. This traditional soup is served only on Saturday morning, and the regulars line up early every weekend.
Ooh, thank you. Ooh, look at this, a little piece of face. Look at all these rib bits, vegetables. Let's see what all the fuss is about, huh? Very spicy. It's got a nice sour kick to it. Ooh, look at this. Little homemade dumplings in there.
Come on.
Most importantly,
You big
is
bitch.
the beast. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty serious. And that beautiful dark meat just melts in your mouth. That's some good goat.
Heading south of Miami to the tip of the state, glittering skyscrapers and white sand beaches give way to pontoon boats and critter-infested swamps. This is the Florida Everglades, an inhospitable tangle of murky wetlands and sawgrass prairies comprising more than 4,300 square miles of South Florida real estate. This vast territory lies just 30 miles west of Miami and stretches all the way to the Gulf Coast on the other side of the state. Out here in the Everglades, it's eat or be eaten, and I prefer the former. So I head to Coopertown, Florida, population 8. For a hands-on late-night lesson in frog spearing or digging from the owner himself, Jesse Kennan. A born and bred native of this tiny Everglades outpost, Jesse has been running Coopertown restaurant for nearly 30 years. His secret for success is a world-class, top-secret recipe for frog legs that has patrons popping back to Coopertown year after year. Tonight, he'll be taking me gigging for frogs on one of his specially outfitted airboats.
Where's the best place to look for frogs?
You see the edge of the tall grass?
Yep.
You watch the perimeter of that, because usually they'll come out of that tall grass and sit right at the edge of that tall grass.
What do we get them with?
This is a jig, okay?
Yeah.
The term gigging comes from the equipment, a spear used to catch aquatic wildlife.
Okay, it's got 4 prongs on the end of it.
Yep.
Okay. And I'll get the frog kill. I think he's in here.
I love that.
So let's see what we can find out here.
Our quarry tonight is the pig frog, a nocturnal amphibian known for its meaty legs and pig-like grunt, which the male uses to attract females.
We'll work our way down a little further and see what we can find.
The trick to gigging is identifying the set of eyes reflecting back at you. Red means alligator, not so fun for gigging.
Oh, he's a beauty. He's a little one. Hi, buddy.
But if the eyes are white, you're good to go.
I see a pair right there.
Idle up on him, and when you get close up, just gig him real quick. Bring him in, or you're going to lose him because you just got one leg. So you bring him in closer on the boat. All right.
I don't want to say that I'm a natural, but I just nailed a frog on my first gig.
Luckily, the night is young, and there are plenty more frogs to be gigged.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah! We head back to shore with a heavy sack of freshly gigged frogs.
Frogs, they're what's for dinner.
Or in this case, breakfast. After a well-earned sleep, I arrive bright and early the next morning to see just how Jesse prepares his top-secret frog's legs at his Coopertown restaurant. First, they ice down the frogs, which puts them to sleep.
It's like a martini.
Yeah, just stir well gently.
Then, the frogs are clean.
How many frogs do you reckon you helped out of their birthday suits?
I don't know. My calculator don't go that high.
This is what you meant by pulling their britches.
Pulling the britches off, right?
The legs will then be dressed in Jesse's top-secret marinade.
Italian salad dressing is heavily in play.
Breaded and deep-fried to a crispy golden brown.
I thought I was about to die, but it was him first.
Fresh, clean, moist, and just absolutely delicious. It's got the texture of crab meat, and it's so mild.
These are actually Everglades frog legs. These are not farmed raised.
Right.
So they're raised in actually a freshwater river, so everything they're eating is a natural food.
Just spectacular.
You're always welcome whenever you feel like dropping in.
You are the best. Oh my gosh. This is about as good as food gets.
Suriname represents one of the largest stretches of undeveloped, unspoiled rainforest in the world. It's South America's smallest country, and it's packed with cultural diversity. Once a Dutch colony. Its one and only big city is the capital, Paramaribo. Just got its first movie theater last year. Chinese, Javanese, Hindustani, and Africans live here. Some descendants of people pressed or enslaved to work on Dutch plantations. Modern city life is confined to a small footprint. The heart and soul of this country is its seemingly endless vast wilderness.
I'm taking a journey up the Suriname River into the desolate interior to faraway villages like Malobi and Bodapazi. There, I will find the Maroons, proud descendants of Africans who rebelled against their enslavement, fought a jungle war against their would-be masters, and carved out a life that planted a piece of Africa here in the New World.
Respect.
For villages like this one, the Suriname River is their superhighway. It's also one of their main sources of food. Beneath the surface of the water are catfish, whitefish, and lots of piranha. 3 or 4 times a week, Laurent and his cousin Okuntu paddle their handmade boat about an hour upriver. I'm tagging along in one of the bigger boats, called a korjal, to learn how they fish this river and hopefully get a little taste of piranha. The boys don't use poles, they don't use lures, just lines, worms, and pieces of fish as bait. Laurent is 15 years old, Okuntu is 14. They're seasoned veterans at this kind of fishing. It's a skill that all Saramaccan men have to learn to help keep their families fed. The boys kindly agree to come aboard our korjal and do what they can to teach the American guy the ropes.
Is this my line?
I just have to watch and learn.
Are you kidding me? This guy just threw a worm 40 feet. Well, that wasn't a very good cast.
So he's saying that you have to have your hands stay still and not move it around. The string, it mustn't touch the side of the boat.
Hey everyone, I'm Billy Bob Hula Bopper for the Fishing Channel. I think I caught the engine. Oh yes. Yes, I definitely caught the engine. Am I the worst fisherman they've ever met? No practice.
Down with his rod and reel, is now pulling in a fish, and too close to those teeth could really do some damage.
There, my friends, is a Surinamese piranha. This is about what, pound and a half?
Yeah.
Pound for pound? How vicious?
Most vicious fish I've ever gotten. They just eat the lures to pieces.
Piranha is considered some of the best eating fish to come out of this river. One big piranha, a couple of catfish, and some very small whitefish. It's enough that we can head for home. We've got dinner. The day is about done, and no one is really paying much attention, and Chris hooks something really big.
Whoa! Holy that's a big fish.
Oh no.
He's all right, he's all right.
Not all right.
It's not all right with the men on the boat, until Chris has all those sharp teeth pinned under a machete. Your typical piranha is 5 to 10 inches and weighs about a pound. Like Chris said, this is a bleepin' big piranha, 20 inches high, 2 feet long, and weighing about 15 pounds. Back at the village, Laurent's mother Rita is waiting to see what the boys brought home for dinner. But when she sees what the crazy white guy came back with, Rita knows a good provider when she sees one.
When you leave, she's gonna go with you.
As the man who caught the biggest fish, Chris has to come out from behind the cameras and be treated as a guest. There's no running water at home, so the river is Rita's kitchen sink. As she chops up the piranha, I can see why this one is so fat.
Pregnant female. See the roe? Delicious.
She's gonna prepare it.
Good, delicious. I love a good piranha egg. Over easy.
Tell me how you have a day that beats this one. On the water, fishing with great friends, and then you have someone's mom make you piranha soup? Most homes here are too small for anything resembling a kitchen, so families like Rita's share communal cooking shacks. Okuntu's mom works with Rita preparing the evening meal.
This is a very typical cooking style of this community. The oil in the water, little onion, chicken bouillon cubes, salt, pepper, hot chilies. I'm really excited. When was the last time you had a good piranha stew? With massive hot chilies.
Something else that's typical. See how the wood's arranged so that each piece burns from just one end? That's because the moment the cooking's done, they'll pull the logs out of the fire and save them for next time.
They are very efficient because they have to carry that wood on their head.
When everything's ready, we eat with serving spoons that double as portable bowls.
Wow.
Piranha meat is very, very sweet, very, very firm. Boy, is that delicious. The nice thing is that the reason that I hate freshwater fish is that they all taste of mud. They taste of what they eat. Piranhas devour other fish.
Right.
And so they taste, the meat is much sweeter, much firmer, much cleaner.
Really good.
It's delicious. Here, like many cultures, it's customary for the young people to hang back while their elders eat. But Laurent and Okuntu have definitely earned a place with the grown-ups. Fantastic.
Ah, respect.
Someday grew up to be like one of these guys.
Okay. And then limbo limbo. Okay.
What's the bloody point of a bloody giant bloody door if it doesn't bloody open and you have to bloody use the side entrance? I'm going to angrily walk over there. God, I'm such a good actor. This is totally impromptu and naturally happening and nothing weird's going to occur at any point.
Hey,
Hi, yeah.
this is my hibernation cave.
Yeah, no, hi, yeah, no, I what do you do? What are you just saying about that? No,
This
I need
is
you
my
to...
this is my cave.
You can't just make the only tunnel way through this wall your cave.
Every bear needs a
Because
cave.
every bear needs a cave. That's lovely, but this isn't a cave. It's a passageway.
Well, I don't know why you want to go this way anyways. That you're trying to cross the bridge.
Oh yeah! I'm going this way. Sorry about that. Sorry. See you later.
Getting in the way of my cave. I'll get you for
Honestly, that's on me. That's on me, Mr. Bearman. All right, you have a lovely day. Oh, you're following me.
this. Well, I wanted a bigger cave.
Welcome to Marlborough and New Shadow the Entry, where we have the most natural openings you could ask for.
And I'm gonna kill things with a bear's finger.
I don't think it's quite a bear's finger.
It is when I'm a bear.
That's not how... You can't give a sword to a bear and then it's a bear sword.
Yeah, it is.
Also, please don't give swords to bears.
Why not?
That's such a big... But it would be hilarious if a bear had a sword, right?
It would be great.
It'd be so fun. Imagine a bear
I'd be happy for them.
with a sword.
I do have to point out, like, I'm picturing like classic like fencing, dueling, thrusting sword.
I was thinking like bear guns.
What's happening above me?
Oh yeah.
What was just raining on
Oh,
me?
it's like raining
You
fire.
mind?
Oh, why is it raining fire? Why is it raining fire?
I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Oh, the end of the bridge. There's someone channeling at the end of the bridge.
I think we should get there and kill them. It seems like they take breaks. I think we're supposed to use the arches, yeah.
No, I think they just can't get us
Oh,
when we're
okay.
underneath the archways.
Ow.
They're like big stone umbrellas.
Do you think you can get that spell? Because that is from like a mile away.
Ow.
Okay. The giant helmet! What the hell?
I don't know.
I love that helmet!
All I know is that they must die. Sleep. Sleep.
Hey, that's physics!
Ah, I did it. I put them to sleep. Ah!
Oh my god, you got the hood?
Yeah, I got the hood. There was also a moth
Damn
on
it.
my neck.
Oh, I mean, that's normal.
Oh, and we do get Rain of Fire.
Oh.
Invaded by recusant
Where did I even get that from?
Ilteria.
Iltera.
Iltwilteria. Okay.
You think they're in this way? I think they might be this way, not down the bridge.
Oh, that's true. Well, let's just go blindly wander in.
There is a giant rounded staircase that probably has a person on it.
Rounded stairways are a disadvantage.
To that pot! To that pot!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I have no idea what that is, but I don't want to!
That looks so cool! What is happening?
I'm hurting them. Oh, he's gotten rid of the elevator. He's stuck. He's dancing with something.
Okay. Oh
no! Free fight by making people fall off.
That's so funny. What were they doing? It was like this flowy...
The best part is they're the one who made the elevator go up.
Yeah, they really did kind of write their own end there.
They did.
That was so cool.
Yeah, I have no idea what that weapon is, but I don't want to find out yet.
I was about to say, please let that be a weapon, and then it kind of clicked that, wait a minute.
It'll be a weapon. My finger's a bit red.
Yeah, it's covered in blood.
Do you think I got some blood in the veins? Yeah, but it's like in streaks.
In shrieks or streaks? Or
streaks.
Wow.
Oh, we're in the upper green. Wow, that's pretty.
Ancient ruins of Rua.
What the fuck is that in the distance? It's like a shadow tower.
This is all so cool.
Yeah, this is a pretty fucking place.
I'll go as far as to say this is the cooly wooliest.
I don't see any sheep.
It's very like lovely up here. Like it's green and happy and wildlife.
Oh, is this an elevator? Did we do a circle? Are we being dumb?
If this just takes... And that invader's just waiting for us again.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't think we did an elevator. An elevator? I I don't think we did an elevator, man. I don't know about you, but I don't think we did an elevator.
We've not done an elevator here.
I was trying to say we didn't do a circle based on this being a new place. I love these sleep weapons, but they have such low AR in exchange for their status.
And they have such little status buildup that it barely ever does anything. Why is there just a hole here?
No, just casual little tunnel hole.
Normal tunnels.
Why is there loads of these guys around?
Maybe this is their home.
It could be.
I mean, to be fair, what even are these guys?
Oh my god, is the stagger on that? Maybe that weapon is busted.
It probably is, honestly. Oh, it's a big hippo.
Oh, does that mean
maybe?
Okay, let's see how hippo like Thorn.
It's me, the hippo. Hippo don't mind Thorn too much.
Hippo like Thorn? Hippo like Thorn! Hippo like Thorn! Holy shit!
Fucking relax there, buddy. Buddy, relax.
Did you hit that?
I did once.
So out of that 26,000 damage,
I think about 23 to 24,000 was probably you, yeah.
that was 4 casts!
Yeah, it was.
Why did you do that to the dragon?
Maybe because the dragon was too far off the ground? Maybe the damage happened slower?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this view is fantastic.
Yeah, like the Black King, everything's so tall.
You can even see the church, the Church of Ymir from here, in case you didn't notice.
What I think is funny is that big tower that's there is supposed to be like the big observing tower, but it's like the shortest thing. I feel like I'm in one of those situations where it's like everywhere feels like somewhere, and I don't know where the correct somewhere is.
Oh, dog. Dog. Oh, this dog is hairy. Oh, look, it's got little horns. These turtles are fun, man. They're weird.
Wait,
yeah, no, they have like, no, the turtles have like hair and horns.
Oh, wow, you are correct. I really thought you were just having an episode.
No, I wasn't meaning anymore.
Wow.
They're actually funky turtles.
So conditioned by these games to explore every inch of available.
That's why this playthrough has been so good. But it's also why we've seen like everything. You did, however, get those from a human corpse.
Yeah, he was holding them.
Yeah, but I feel like based on like the weird mutations that are happening with things here, this might be like a purposeful like organ.
Oh, I know. But back
the implication being that the horn synths are humanoid beasts rather than humans.
The implication.
There was nothing to do with imps in that sense.
Yeah, I just thought it was like, oh my god. Okay, there's something to.
Oh my god! Ow! 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 Why does that hurt so much?
Oh well, that's a shame. That's a shame. That's a big shame. But yeah, watch this when they come right up to me. Right?
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, they absolutely eviscerated you.
Yeah, it was one guy. Whatever he did, just did like all of my health in the head. Basically.
It was like the mini me.
Yeah, I don't know why they could do that. That's sort of crazy.
Like no.
But what does that mean? Because most of them omen, they're not omen.
Oh my god!
No, he only looks ahead.
Let's just worship him.
Well, I mean, they probably don't worship him so much as the thing he worships.
I guess I'll go back to the actual crate. It doesn't like there's anything actually over here except the path to the ultimate hippo. To the ultimate hippo. There is no hippo like the ultimate hippo. I'm going to explore the backside. I should have chose those.
You definitely said those words.
I'm currently having an explore on the backside. So.
And for that, I'm proud.
Wow, we are up in a really high place, like, but it is level with the ground where we're supposed to guy in this big, flat, sour-ass looking tower. I really don't know what sort of like to do. I go all the way down without dying. And obviously not out of bounds because it's a game. But the actual base of this entire cliff that this whole area is on. Not what I was expecting this to be a dead end.
Yeah, this is
How is this not a dead end?
Nothing's a dead end. Oh! I mean, I really just wanted to see if I could jump onto that statue.
Well, there's only one way to find out. These rocks that are higher up.
Did you just tell me to do it higher up so that I would die?
No, as in these rocks that are higher off the ground, so it's less falling damage. But fortunately, it worked out.
Oh no, you took less damage than me. So now we're just in this pit? Oh. I guess we're not just in this pit. This guy seems really surprised to see us here.
I mean, you would be.
What? Is that a scorpion? Ah, scorpions. Excellent.
Yeah, Scorpion.
Oh yeah, I guess we're probably gonna see more of like all of the enemy types that were in like the tower, weren't we? Because it's all the same area, sort of. What is this place? Just wandered in here accidentally. Found the hole. The door's here.
Can't open this door. Why can I open this door?
That's the entrance to something.
Oh god.
Or it's something.
Is the entrance?
We've not seen snails the whole expansion. What are they doing?
That's actually a really good point.
Where does it, which way was the right path? Was it this way?
I have no idea. Someone must do something.
Because then why was there the giant door there? Yeah, it looks like it was like a shortcut out somewhere.
Spider scorpion ashes.
That's creepy.
That's so terrifying.
Do you think Torrent has anything to do with this weird land where regular, otherwise animals have like mutations?
I don't think he mutated everyone. That's what you're
No, I'm not saying that he didn't, but like, we don't really know what Torrent is. Like realistically, do we?
Spirit form.
Yeah, but what is the spirit form? Where does the spirit form?
Oh, there's a snake doll.
Yeah, it's a snake doll. Snail doll.
Snake doll? Snail doll. Why is it green?
I just say the words that you say sometimes, and then the spirit form. That's gonna go really far down.
Yeah, it's a down spot.
Yeah.
This, I bet, is gonna lead to the bridge.
It was a lot like a place where you put a boss.
Stain? No strong soda.
But no strong soda.
I think there's no need to put a message to just throw shade.
Yeah, basically. You fucking die? You just fall without going to the spirit spring?
There's not even any enemies here. You look at the ball.
It's the guy that walked off the edge that was worse. The guy that jumped off and that was the worst. That's what it is.
Oh, it's flat. Okay.
Yeah, the trick here is to not jump.
I was worried for a second.
That it was a person in a dress that was really tough.
Yes.
Ooh, now we're, which is, of course, a place that we wanted.
Ooh, Pot Sparkles. It's Pot Sparkles.
It's me, Pot Sparkles. That's me, Dead Pot Sparkles.
Party. We got Pot. Nothing but you're a sparkly pot. You got stuff.
Things that look like bosses.
Wait, no.
So many things that look like bosses.
You know what? That was the first one I got just before being murdered by.
Oh, yeah, that would be why you can drop it. So we just did a circle?
Yeah. So the straight. Yeah, look.
Yeah, so we must be able to drop down here safely then.
How?
There is a lower floor. Is there a path on the lower floor that we didn't find? Yeah, I think we tried going back down the spirit spring, seeing if there was something.
How did I manage to get here without the spirit spring?
Because it clearly goes all the way around. I think it's just a circle. Is this whole place?
Looks promising.
Oh, who the fuck is that?
The Crucible Knight.
With a giant fucking hammer.
You a boss?
There's no bar. Oh, there's no bridge. Oh, there's a bridge behind the cross. Nice of them to just be 10 feet away from the grace. That is
very convenient. I assume 2 more fragments. Oh no, we're going. Ancient ruins.
Yeah, he wouldn't put them separate.
On the ceiling tree just ahead. If we're going to be the proper Sir Nesmith.
Well, thankfully we've got that, but thank you for telling me.
Found in here the last of the flesh in my body.
Oh, this is the end of it. Oh, this is the final cross?
Maybe? So the ceiling tree's over there.
Yeah. Across the bridge, I guess.
Let's have a go at old Crucible. Ow!
That was a fancy smash.
It was good damage.
I really like that hammer, yeah.
Ah! Ow.
Ugh.
Oh, they actually went down there.
Oh, you staggered them. Yeah, you got a full stagger with that. That actually has good damage.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god, they turned into a horse?
That's so cool!
Or a centaur, I guess, more accurately.
That was amazing! What a cool move! Ow!
Yeah, this guy's sick for not even a mini-boss. Like, just I mean, I guess it is a mini-boss, but it's for not even a boss. For a second, I thought you just whacked it with the staff.
There's only his hammer!
Just the hammer and your helmet.
And the Crucible hammer helmet!
Oh, that's a great helmet. Does that do anything? Oh, it's like Ordova's, but a hammer. Yeah,
President aspect of the Crucible. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just another optional piece of Crucible armor with the same buff, I guess.
That's very, very cool.
Just snuck that in there, just, single Crucible Knight. Oh, for sure, that's really sad. They were even a named one. They have a named weapon in the... That seems like a very dangerous thing to have in a place that's basically just a big forest. Oh my god, there's a hammer. Oh my god. I think that may have enough range to cover the whole bridge.
Oh my god.
So how are you supposed to cross the bridge?
Oh my god!
Yeah, that works making the right face right now.
Yeah, that works! What are we gonna do now? Feel bad for all the people on the bridge.
Oh, they're ghosts. I'm sure they're fine. So is there like somewhere you're supposed to hide to not die to that or something?
No, I didn't get marooned.
Dude, not getting marooned. To be fair, it's 59,000.
I need 59,000 runes! I
feel like those runes might be a lost cause. It might be more advantageous to use the limited time we get to find a way off of the bridge.
No, I will get them further further down the bridge with every attempt. Thank you very much.
It's so few runes.
So few runes, and I don't plan on ever leveling up again. But god damn it, it's a matter of principle. This guy will not steal my runes.
You can just kill him, and then he never gets to steal anyone's runes.
I would love to, but I can't get it to him. Oh, is it just a timing thing? It might be just a timing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I assume there's an opening, and then you need to find a place where you can drop safely before the opening ends. Like now he started, so I think now you're safe for that. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And now I guess just keep going until you're in shelter.
That is such a ridiculous attack.
That is a very cool way to make a bridge difficult.
So I guess it is just one of their attacks then. It wasn't him trying to wake up the other fire giant.
He just happened to do it in mid-direction.
It looks so deliberate as well.
More barbs.
Oh, that wasn't cool. But I feel like he needs to die.
I thought you were about to sort of just after him.
Every time after we cross that bridge, it's going to be awful.
Well, the trick is that Crimson Sapping cracked here.
Grants attack HP. Oh, attack restore HP. That's awesome.
Whoa, life steal. Nice.
I wonder if it reflects your weapon or if it's just more hits better.
I feel like no other thing in this game reflects your weapon, so I guess the second.
How is there even a first volunteer?
We're excited by it, but there's two sides to that. It's either going to be so broken that nothing else is better, or it's so bad that it's not worth it.
I had a door though. Big open explorer spaces. But I think it has actually made me look forward to the next air quotes normal.
Gotcha, bitch!
It's just a straight line path through the game.
Well, you say that like Souls games have never put like, here's a secret over here, and here's another secret.
Yeah, of course.
Here's another secret.
But the amount of just here's a massive space, have a look.
There are a lot.
It's
there's a lot of massive spaces for it, which is a lot
It's
more
exhausting sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable statement.
What is happening?
Rolling explosions of some sort? What kind of magic is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Because like it looks like it's like a bouncing magma, but it's not a lava spell. Fire Sprite Stone. Uses FP to release a fire sprite that bounces along the ground. I think I got the item that he's using. It appears to be a consumable. These guys are so like barely aggressive that this just feels bad.
Oh, it's a big elevator.
That's a big elevator.
Maybe outside is...
We've been invaded by somebody whose name needs to be censored, apparently.
I don't know. Oh, it's going up. I did not expect up.
It is going up.
All three of us.
So now we're outside again. So they both go outside, but this is a higher outside.
Oh, look! It's Golden Birdman!
We're like in the same place. No, we're not. I'm confused. What do you mean Golden? Oh, Golden Birdman, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to assume that down there isn't correct based on what's happening here.
He wants to hurt me! Oh, he's actually much less dangerous than I thought.
How did he get up here?
I think this is another one of them. And he probably flew based on what he looks like.
God, why is that so strong?
Oh, he dropped something for me. Who dropped his armor?
Oh, Divine Bird Helm.
Divine Bird Warrior armor.
You get their armor?
I got a different thing entirely. Yeah, I got their armor.
That's quite cool.
Which means this was an RNG drop at least. That one might be too.
Yeah, that's where Golem was. That was where I hid under it.
Oh, yeah. So we're above the Golem in the waterfall, and this is another one of these guys.
So maybe this is where the Spirit Spring kind of takes.
Oh, there's two of these guys here.
Oh, these are just the Horned Warriors.
But they clearly are related to this group because they have very similar armor.
Ow! All right, tag in, tag out.
Wow!
Yay!
The great job bows to you, young one.
Did I just get attacked? Found the invader! Found the invader! Move!
I can't.
Your reaction time.
What do you mean my reaction time? I didn't see him until he attacked me, and then he hit me a second time before I could move.
Yeah, you pressure him, and I'll do this.
Stay away from my caster.
Stay away from my caster. All right, we gotta outlast his healing.
Oh, I'm out of healing. I'm out of healing. I already have failed at that personally.
No.
Longer than I thought it would be.
Like a fortune teller.
I didn't do what you said to do.
Yeah, if you chase him while he's sprinting away from you, he'll suddenly turn around and hit you.
He hadn't done that a single time.
Fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep.
Yes, he's doing it. He's doing it.
He did! He did the wobble and he killed him!
It worked!
It finally did what the weapon's supposed to do!
If you get to sleep, they just die. I did them like 10 times, and then it worked.
That man was trying so hard.
To be fair, I think the reason that it worked on him was because he was trying to roll without rolling away, so he was still getting status buildup while rolling into you.
Well, that was some light entertainment.
Yeah, it worked. I'm glad it wasn't dark. It would have been very hard to see.
Oh my god, what is happening in there?
I don't know if I want to know.
Oh my god. Oh, it's a rot lake.
Scarlet Rot Temple, of
Filled
course.
with the
Oh,
rot
these guys.
dudes.
God, I love the pests. Who doesn't?
Oh no.
Yeah, their range is longer than yours. Why is there a rot lake?
Yeah, I think that is the much bigger question. Why
are there like unbloomed rot flowers that look like Melanias?
Why is there a rot lake? Why is there a rot
It
lake?
occurs to me when we went through the area that was like at the bottom of this cliff, there was like a little rot area with pests. Do you think that was like runoff from this area?
Maybe, yeah.
Like a rot waterfall? I love how many status swamps they just felt the need to put in here, you know?
Surely this is the path to... You think maybe there's an invisible bridge?
Do you think it's invisible or something activates it? Because something might need to activate it before you just walk off.
Oh, yeah.
I would throw something before walking off at the very least.
Do I get off my horse and throw a pebble, or do I trust in the message?
Just do it. What's the worst thing? I mean, the worst thing, like, if you die, you have to start going another direction anyways, right?
Wait, what did this guy do?
He thought about it, and then turned around. Well, I think you're good.
That was okay? Oh, yeah, look. Awesome.
He did just jump off to the side, though. It might not go the whole way. Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Examine altar.
It is precisely...
Raise the stone-sheathed sword to the light.
Didn't we get that...
Sword of light?
What? Didn't we get the stone-sheathed sword from, like, the thing that the dead golem was blocking that we revived, and then it was in there?
Yeah, in that little ruin area.
So a puzzle that's tied to an invisible bridge that gives you a weapon if you put it at the altar?
Oh, it's cool.
Oh, that's like that's gotta be like a legendary weapon. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it is. It was yellow. It was orange yellow.
Oh my god.
What does light do then? And for my
Can you
next
use
trick,
it?
I will hover my
I don't think
sword. Woo, no wires.
I mean, that looks really cool.
Okay, I assume we'll have enough strength for... Yeah, okay. All right.
What the fucking laser beam Christ? Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
That is so cool.
What an awesome puzzle. You have to find that sword and then find your way here and then combine them.
Believe in the bridge that doesn't exist, that people had to basically announce by putting messages.
Yeah, if there wasn't a message there, we would have just walked away.
Never would have done that. Never in a million years.
Like, why would we have just walked into open air?
Who did that first?
Who did that first?
Somebody had to do that first.
But this still doesn't answer the pressing question of where the hell is the unlock for that spirit spring?
Yeah, but what if it just isn't relevant, you know? Maybe it has nothing to do with anything.
Well, it will take us up to that cliff, which I'm convinced is the path forward, so...
It will maybe do that. Maybe we just have to go up further. Maybe we're trying to find it by going higher on this building.
Yeah, but higher on the building is through that little rot pest place I just went through. Oh, wait, no, there was an elevator. There was an elevator. How freaking cool is this sword, by the way?
You have to know what kind of damage that does, but obviously you won't be statted for it.
Raise, intersect. Also, temporary boosts one's own holy attacks.
It's suggesting that the sword itself is made of light. That it is rays of light that are attached to each other.
What is happening?
And you used a stone-sheathed sword to get it. It's like Excalibur.
It is Excalibur, isn't it? Alright.
Hard to honestly have any clue without it being upgraded or scaled for, but that it looked.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected, really. I don't know what I...
Oh, you didn't like that.
I don't know what I thought would happen there. Where the hell am I now? Ah!
Aha!
Told you it went up here. This is the exact ledge that I pointed to.
Yeah, but you thought that this would be the way to get here. I think it's a shortcut now that we're here.
Yeah.
Oh, so good timing. Real good timing, considering how long the path is since the last race.
That is so great! I was completely oblivious to my health just slowly draining away.
Imagine if it had happened after you'd seen the rocks, but before you'd hit them.
Don't say those words. Is this the path, do we think? Is this the path to the big building?
I think this is the path to whatever our objective is, which is probably the big building.
Yeah, look, this looks like it's going...
Because the big building is what's under the tower, so theoretically that's what would be sealing that's the elevator we came up. So theoretically that would be the tower.
No, we've been here before. We've come up that elevator.
Oh yeah, no, this is the upper elevator from... What?
Yeah, you killed that. That's the guy that gave us the drops from him.
No. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
But then why would there just be a whole other long-ass path that brought us here? What was the point of everything else we just did?
So we this entire time could have gone...
Here from this?
Wait, no, maybe it can't be, because we would have noticed this archway leading to the rot area, wouldn't we?
I think we turned around because we thought this was the right path, and then we went the other way, and then it kept going, and we forgot.
Yeah, I mean, all of the places start up, so...
Yeah, this must have been where we came up and then decided that that looked like a main path and then turned around because we took it back down. Oh, so I guess the path that we just did was all for the sword then?
Divine bird feathers.
That's interesting. Is that an incantation?
I mean, it also did eventually lead to here, just via another route. My question is how we get towards that big, ancient, massive building. Oh, pest thread spears?
Ooh. Better pest threads.
Okay, I'm just gonna go up these stairs now. I'm just gonna go up these stairs.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. I feel like up is our goal at almost every given moment. I think we found how to get to the building, Josh.
I think there might be a boss here?
Yeah, I think that's probably the main objective.
Yeah, I think there might be a boss here. They're,
And I think this is how we get to...
No,
wait,
we need this. We
no.
go down this.
Maybe we get there from after? Because it needs to be from above, clearly, from where it is. But what is above that? It does seem to want you to go down.
God, the amount of messages are really kind of ridiculous. Oh, there's a whole extra elevator
Having
here.
a nice
Of
night.
course there is. And a tunnel.
Oh my god.
The tunnel.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's just a chest in there.
What a secret. Thanks, message. Oh, it keeps going. Talisman of all crucibles.
That sounds cool.
Oh, it literally just gives every crucible talisman effect in one talisman.
It also had an interesting bit of lore on it, it looked like. It was explaining stuff about the Crucible. Which implies that these guys, like, this entire race is, like, directly, like, the Crucible.
Where does this go?
Oh, it goes up. Of course it goes up.
And it's here. Oh, it's literally it's this.
Oh, you're just in that. Okay. I guess it gets you to that building that we were trying to get to is the main thing this will end with, probably.
Ow.
Ah, a big man with a big bow.
It's just unnecessary.
He just wants to help you by escorting you back to the Grace as quickly as possible.
He's only targeting Torrent.
He just wants to help Torrent by escorting him back to the Grace as quickly as possible.
But what was an item here? Oh, I was really excited then, because it's quite the area to get to.
Well, I mean, there is this whole building here, which is probably going to be a thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god.
That's Divine Beast Dancing Lion.
Yeah, there's like a mini one.
Did they do the classic, we brought a boss back again as a normal enemy, but with one of the DLC Remembrance bosses?
It does feel like that's exactly what's happening.
That feels like a very big enemy to do that with.
Is that really it? Yeah, it's just that guy in here.
I mean, he's got to drop something, right? It is just a boss, too. It's not just like a mini boss one.
Oh.
And it has the same name, so they're implying that this just is a guy that they do. This is one of their styles of men.
One of their styles.
Like a classification of soldier in their army rather than a specific guy.
Oh, what is that? Oh, it's Deathblight! It's a Deathblight lion!
Is that Deathblight? Oh my god. That is terrifying. They didn't. Oh, then he's got Basilisk, right?
Oh yeah, look, there's the Basilisks around.
They did not need to have Deathblight ones of them. That is terrifying.
You know how it's two dudes in a suit, right? Oh my god!
Yeah, I do love that part of them. Oh wow. Oh.
Okay, just do any damage. Okay.
Hit him once with a sword.
Any damage. Just do any damage. How do they do the grab attack? It's just two guys in a costume and a mask.
They control it. Divine. That's an incantation.
That's a legendary incantation.
Wow. Well, I mean, I bet you the helmet boosts that because it boosts storm things, right?
Someone's a storm that launches tornado forward.
You just shoot a fucking tornado forward? It's a charge. It's also charged.
Wow. And that's what the remembrance. That's what the remembrance talisman boosts storm.
So there's the remembrance talisman. There's the helmet that it drops. It's an incantation and it's charged. That is so boostable. If it's any good, yeah.
So this race is Church of Wood.
Oh, it's the Church of Airbud.
Oh no, we're gonna get marketed too.
Show me the rule that says a dog can't play basketball. Also, do you like my new outfit? I changed to match this.
Yeah, no, very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
I think it's another good jar match. Great. There's a lot of good jar outfits.
It's not gonna be a cutscene.
Yeah, there's a lot of great jar outfits.
Saint.
What the fuck are you?
It's a beast scorpion!
Oh my god.
Fly woman!
Is she part of it?
Yes!
What the fuck? What is that?
Oh my god!
I think I might have an idea where the weapon that Vader might have been from.
Oh yeah, it's literally her weapon with the butterflies in the pig.
Oh my god, that's sick! I can't stop dodging.
She's like in the middle of it. Scorpion back half, centipede front.
So yeah, she's a centipede, a scorpion, and a catfish. Oh, that's so cool.
What's this got to do with the rot, though?
What do you mean? What's it got to do with the rot? The bugs have all worshipped the rot. I love these attack patterns. They're so sleepy and cool.
Yeah, this is what an incredible design for an enemy.
Oh, I can jump that. So many of these are jumpable too. What the fuck is that? She just like blink strike me.
Oh my god, she's crawling over this enemy. Oh my god.
Oh, that's so cool.
I am concerned about her surely half health. Alright,
I think we're doing alright so far, but I'm scared about the very near future. Yeah. The patterns are so
god,
fun.
yeah. Oh my god, what is that? Look at the butterfly, it's so pretty!
Holy shit, that's so cool!
Oh, so wings!
It's like a butterfly!
She's into a butterfly wings!
Oh! So this is like another one in service of the Rot God, I suppose.
And she's just gained a new combo. It seems.
Just I'd say a few from the look of things.
Is she hit with all 5 of it?
Well, she just wanted you to see it.
Oh, I wonder how spiral she is.
So interesting note about the jar helmet that I wear. Supposedly, it is an object of worship to try and achieve sainthood. So I feel like that's relevant to the fact that this is the saint of the bud.
Okay.
So I wonder if this is someone who has achieved sainthood, and if sainthood to them is becoming part beast, part animal, part insect.
Oh my god, she's got grab. Of course she's got grab.
It's like she just ordered the centipede body to do something with the weapon. If I had to guess based on the soundtrack, I'd say this is another Remembrance boss as well.
I mean, I don't read the soundtrack. Look at it.
Oh no, yeah.
No,
On
fuck that
spectacle
up.
level, it would probably be, but. Oh my god! You just did 10k!
Oh my god, you're right! How?
What the fuck are the thorns?
I don't know! I just can't hit her. Come on, please. Why is nothing hitting her? I don't understand.
You're just too far away. Here you go.
Oh my
One
god.
more little one.
Okay!
Oh, no problem.
It's literally the same as the Divine Lion! Like, please, just any damage, stab!
Why are you like this, lion? Oh my god. What a fucking cool boss.
Yeah, that was really, really incredible.
I like the part where you just like tried a different sorcery and it did 10,000 damage,
I was
and then
obviously in the zone, so I wasn't really paying attention. I was just fighting, and then
I was just sort of like enjoying the rhythm of it. And
health?
Yeah, like I was just enjoying the rhythm of watching you fight, and then I looked down and I was like, that did 9.6 thousand damage.
Why? Why did it do that much damage?
Is she just like really weak to bleed or something, maybe?
Yeah, maybe it just super bled her. This needs exploring. Like, this is ridiculous.
So does that Remembrance. I want to know more about this boss. She's fucking cool.
After the church was burnt to the ground, Romina discovered a twisted defilement which she weaved into the baleful scarlet rock. Is that implying she created the rock?
But I thought there was a rock god.
Yeah, there is a rock god. That's what Scott Mulaney.
But if she created the rock, that means that she's the rock god?
No, that's not. Yeah, it's not the rock god, but it is implying.
Surely it just means that she put something, like she added something to the rock, like she weaved it into the rock rather than she weaved it into the rock.
Unless she was just the first person to get the power of rock from the rock god.
Maybe that's what it means. Is she got communication with the rock god, which gave her the power to use it?
Oh, ridiculous! Ridiculous box. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was insane. Oh, is this the? Oh, wait, Dane's over there.
How did I even get on here?
Oh, no, it's not Dane. He said he would be here. I thought Dane would be here.
Why? It doesn't look that impressive. It's like a mini Erd tree. In fact, it literally is a mini Erd tree, but
It's a mini shadow tree.
yeah.
I feel like don't do that yet. There was a guy that said he would meet us here. He ate the rest or
But
something.
this also does feel like the burn tree originally, where everything's going to change. So it does feel like it makes sure you've done everything terrifying.
It does feel like that.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Saint of the Bud is blocked. And I guess we can burn the tree at any given point.
As it turns out, there's a rule that says dogs can't play basketball when they are specifically infested with scarlet rot and also heart centipede
With dedication to Edwards.
and butterfly. I can't believe he scored so many points.
Thank you for joining everybody. Subscribe to Robert Moore. Subscribe to the channel on Patreon down below. And until we meet again, goodbye.
Josh caught a caller with the video, dropping
like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice. To reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes and make the whole world a stage.
Hey there. How's it going? Again, are you looking to enhance your Jesus experience tenfold? You came to the right place. Introducing the newest Elastic Droid White Light, brought to you by Gamers. Instead of a boring old cup your content into, drop that power into your very own Elastic Droid Shaker Cup. With a sexy rifle version, yours truly. Stop playing. I'll get it. But wait, you don't want to put your cup onto your pristine gamer desk, do you? Well, do I have a solution for you? You're gonna want to hear this. You should slap it down on the custom Elastic Droid mouse pad. Also, not only can you use this amazingly designed sleek piece of art as a coaster, but will also make your gaming skills even more. For example, look at this. Look. Wow. My God. All that? Because of the mouse pad? Pretty epic. But we're not done there. You can also cop this incredible, comfortable Elastic Droid t-shirt that is guaranteed to up your attractiveness by 10% to impress the ladies. Or you could do that. It's not scientifically proven. And if you want to further support the incredible merch drop, make sure you use code DROID at checkout for 10% off. You heard? For the best perks you've ever seen. 10% off. Come on. To get all this with a discount, dog? So what are you waiting for? Order one now. Available for a limited time. Order it now. Limited time. Thank you. Yo, YouTube! What's up, guys? Today, we are playing Sail Wakes Deep. Apparently, it is based in Australia.
Fuck, I saw it.
Aussie guys working at a oil rig. Aussie. Oi. Yo, can I get my shoe and fill it up with some melon? What's that called? Ain't that what y'all do over there? A shoey. Sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds disgusting. I wouldn't do it, but like, I would definitely like peer pressure someone into doing it. Yo! Yeah! Oh my God! Now I'm here. If I wasn't awake before, I am now. Still awake? Yeah, I am. Disclaimer: is all fiction, all characters, organizations.
Come on, Ivan. I'm levitating.
Hey guys, welcome back. Lucky here, and today we're going to go over 10 things I wish I knew sooner before jumping into Once Human. These are 10 things that would save me a lot of time and a lot of frustration and a lot of currency. So stick around and find out what those 10 things are. First up, number 1 is going to be that you're going to find really awesome weapons in this game. Like this one here, if we look at it, it's got all kinds of extra perks. It's got impact, dealing more damage against Protocell, and then down below the calibration perks like lightweight style, crit damage. Right, these are all fantastic upgrades, and if we calibrate this weapon, it could be incredibly strong thanks to all those really unique perks. However, I found this weapon. I did not craft it myself, so after I use it, if I go to try to repair this weapon, it won't let me. It says you are not the owner and you cannot repair. So what the takeaway here is that you cannot repair anything that you find. Any weapons you find, any armor you find, you cannot repair these things. Weapons and armor that you craft, you can repair. So you're going to want to be really careful about upgrading gear that you find, including the weapons. Sometimes it can be really good, but the downside is that you're not going to be able to repair that weapon when it breaks, and so you're going to lose it. So most of the time, the best course of action is going to be to invest in the weapons that you craft. spend all your resources calibrating those so that you can repair them whenever you need to. Like this one right here, we can go ahead and repair it. Boom. And we just build up the durability line there at the bottom, and it's ready to go again. And quickly, the next one to be aware of is that if you're thirsty, your character is going to run really slow. So the notches down by your thirst meter, if that first one isn't filled up to, then you're going to be moving a lot slower. The second one isn't filled up, and you're going to be losing a lot of stamina regeneration. So just be aware of that. The next thing I really wish I knew sooner is that the red crates, the mystical crates as they're called in this game, give you blueprints. And so sometimes you're going to be in one of these areas like this. You'll get a settlement like this one right here, and you're going to get your list of objectives up in the top left corner. It says look for a mystical crate, activate a rift anchor, defeat normal enemies, and then find 2 weapon or armor crates. Now the bottom 3 are always really easy to do. Sometimes that top one is a bit tricky. It's really hard to find those mystical crates. They can be tucked away in some building that's really large in some, obscure corner of it, and it can be pretty difficult to find, and you might be tempted to just move on without finding that mystical crate. But that mystical crate is almost always going to have blueprints, and the blueprints in this game are huge. This is what's going to allow you to craft all of the weapons and armor in this game, and that's one of the most major forms of progression you have. So you do not want to forego those mystical crates. Stick around and try to find it. My biggest piece of advice is that usually if there's a really big building on that property, it's probably in it or on top of it. So that's my biggest advice for the mystical crates. That's not always the case, but that's very often the case, and it seems like they often like to plant it on the alternate side of the settlement as the rift anchor. So if you're near the rift anchor, maybe try going to a different part of this area and look for the mystical crate there. The next thing is that there's going to be these Primors located all over the map. These are huge for finding Starcrom, one of the most important resources in the game. Starcrom is what you're going to use to gamble for blueprints. These are the best blueprints in the game, and probably the most efficient way to obtain them is going to be using your Starcrom at a wish machine and gambling for blueprints that you want. So there's very limited sources of this very important material, and this is one of them, these Primors. So you're going to want to do these, first of all, so don't ignore them, but also be prepared for a battle. They are pretty difficult, and you're going to need... Sorry about that. And you're going to need explosives, because the enemy there is covered in a thick armor, and if you don't have explosives, you're not going to be able to take that armor down. So go prepared with a calibrated explosive weapon, like a rocket launcher or claymores or something like that, to break the armor off of that enemy. Next, let's talk about surviving in this game, because there's something that a lot of people are going to overlook for a lot of their playthrough. When they realize it, oh man, it's going to make their life so much better. And one of those things is sanity gummies right here. Sanity gummies are fantastic because this will remove your sanity that you're losing. That sanity debuff right there, you can see on my health bar, I'm losing about 10%, maybe 15% of my health bar there to my sanity debuff. So the easiest way to manage that is to craft gummies, and these are real easy to make. It just takes a little bit of sugar, some boiled water, and some log. As you can see here, sugar just needs some beets and some logs. So you're going to want to make some sanity gummies when you get the chance, and when you see a source of beets, make sure to take advantage of that and get it. Okay. Now, fortunately, sanity gummies are only one way. An even easier way to manage your sanity is your grilled mushroom. So mushrooms are something that are very easy to get if you grab one of the passives in your cradle. If we go into our cradle, then we go into the memetics menu, and then up in the top left, we've got our memetic specializations. These are real easy to miss. A lot of people probably have some unlocked and they haven't realized it. So you're going to come in here, and at some point you'll get the option to choose compost bin if you want, and this is a great option. If you take it, any spoiled food in your bag, which is going to happen all the time, food is just not going to get used in time. This is going to convert that spoiled food into mushrooms. Mushrooms are exactly what you use to make grilled mushrooms, and grilled mushrooms are going to give you energy, so it's going to fill your hunger meter, and it's going to cure 200 sanity, and you're just constantly getting them for free as you walk around with some excess food in your bag. And so this is going to be a perfect way of handling your sanity when you're out and about. I highly recommend it. And if you're enjoying the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more Once Human content. It helps more than you know. Thanks. Now, the next thing to be aware of is how to heal yourself pretty much unlimited, right? So if we scroll down at our supplies workbench, you'll find a recipe for activators. Activators are going to restore 50% of your health. This is huge, and you can craft these unlimited. These ingredients are very easy to come by. You'll have plenty of them, and so it won't ever be a problem that you find yourself unable to have 10 or 20 heals on you at all times, which is going to be really helpful in exploring and dealing with monoliths. Especially if you're going into a monolith to take down a boss, you're going to want this. This is going to be essential. Similarly, one of the things you're going to want to make sure you take with you anytime you're going somewhere difficult is an adrenaline shot. An adrenaline shot is going to allow you to resurrect yourself if you take fatal damage. You're going to get a screen that pops up after you die saying, do you want to abandon this attempt, or do you want to use an adrenaline shot? Now, these would be nearly unlimited use, just like the activator, if not for the fact that it uses Stardust, which is a fairly rare resource. This one, you get plenty of it, but it's a lot harder to come by than, you know, something like this. We have 1,144 rubber, right? The Stardust resource, we can get it by going to abstraction sites and securement silos, but we are going to find ourselves running out of that for sure, because we're also using this to calibrate weapons. So you're going to want to save adrenaline shots for only when you need it, like if you're in a boss fight in a monolith, or if you're really far from a respawn point. But most of the time, what you should be doing is laying down a campsite anytime you get decently far away from your base. Just pop down a campsite. These are really cheap. All you have to do to make a campsite is hit any ore a few times. That's going to give you gravel, and then hit a tree a few times. That's going to give you wood, and now you can make a campsite. You'll probably have enough materials to make multiple campsites, and you'll just slam it down. It'll say, hey, just letting you know, it's going to remove your last campsite if you put a new one here. That's fine. And now this will act as a respawn point if you die. It also allows you to teleport back to your base from wherever you are, so you never have to run back to your base. If you're next to a campsite, you can always teleport back to your base. Now, the next thing to know is that there's one weapon in the game that is super clutch, and that is going to be the crossbow. The reason for this is you can shoot the crossbow very accurately into the heads of enemies, and it's usually going to be a one-shot, especially if you've kept up with the higher tier of the crossbow, and you've also been calibrating it when able. And the nice thing about the crossbow is you can retrieve the arrow from the enemy after you kill them. So as long as you hit the enemy, you can pick up that arrow after you kill them. You run by their body, spam F, and you'll see that you've picked up 1 or 2 arrows, however many it took to kill the enemy. You get them all back, which removes the issue of having to make sure you have ammo for your weapon as you're running around doing the easier content in the game. Now, there's nothing like a good firearm, right? And ammo isn't that hard to make, so don't be afraid to use a gun and use ammo, right? This copper ammo down here is just fine. It works really well, and you're just gonna have to farm a bit of copper ingot and some gunpowder. So don't be afraid of using your ammo. It's real easy to make, and you get a lot of it every time you craft some. You get 40 pistol ammo, or if we make an SMG ammo, we get 120 every pop. So real easy. Just make sure you're always picking up copper so that you have plenty of ammo. But until you've got a good supply of those materials, those crossbow arrows are super efficient. Another thing to know is that you can zoom your camera out from the default setting. Your default setting has the camera pretty close to your character, but if you come into the game's controls, you see right here camera distance, and by default this is pretty close, and you can get just enough extra distance to see your feet and to have a complete view of your character and have a little bit less of your screen obscured by your character.